Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Alan and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Focusrite Scarlett 4i4 third generation audio interface. So I actually got this for Christmas, so a little bit over a month ago, and I've been using it for recording audio for my YouTube videos and then also just like recording music kind of for fun. And I've been really happy with this audio interface, so I wanted to go ahead and do a review for it. So right now this retails on Amazon for $230. I'll have it listed down in the description if you guys are interested and you want to check it out. It's going to be a pretty in-depth video. We're going to talk about kind of the build quality, the features. We'll talk about the software as well that's included. And also I'll do a sound demonstration towards the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for the whole thing. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's jump into the review. And let's talk just briefly about the build quality. Guys, the build quality is really good. I really don't have any issues with it at all. Like, it feels very solid. The casing is made out of metal, so that's always nice. The two gain knobs on here are made out of plastic, but the monitor knob and then also the headphone output control are both metal. And then on the bottom of the audio interface, we have these little rubber feet on here that keep it from sliding around very much, so that's really cool. I also really just kind of like the overall aesthetic of it. Like, it looks really clean since it doesn't have nearly as many switches on it like the other second generation did. Here's what the Scarlett 2i2 used to look like, had all these switches on it, and it was a really good audio interface, but this one I do like a little bit better. All right, that's it for the build quality. And let's talk about the features of the 4i4. So it really has a bunch of them. On the front here, we have two XLR and 1/4 inch combo jacks. So that just means you can plug either a microphone or an instrument cable into these. And you don't have to switch between the two, so the interface is automatically going to recognize what's plugged into it. Then here we have two gain knobs, one for channel 1, one for channel 2. And the interface does have 56 decibels of gain, so that's a little bit more than the previous generation. And it actually has enough gain to push the Shure SM7B to a reasonable level. I still think with the cloud lifter you'll end up getting a little bit better results, but it does work. I've been using the Shure SM7B without a cloud lifter through this entire video, so it gives you an idea of what it sounds like. Then also the pad and air settings on here, we'll talk about those a little bit more during the software section of the video. And then we also have 48 volt phantom power. And then down here we have a MIDI light that's going to turn on anytime MIDI signal is being received. And then of course here we have the monitor level control, so you can turn that up or down, and then your headphone level control. Then on the back we have the security slot, so if you are using this in like a public place or something, like say you're purchasing it for like a school lab or something, you might want that just to keep it from getting stolen. Then you have USB Type-C, and then that's going to plug into USB Type-A that would plug into your computer. And then we have the MIDI in and out. And then we also have 4 line outputs on the back, so you could plug in more monitors if you want. And then we also have 2 more line inputs on the back, so you could plug in like a synth or basically any type of line level source. All right, that's it for the features. So the 4i4 comes with new software called Focusrite Control. You'll notice there are hardly any switches on the audio interface itself, so pretty much everything is done through software. So we're just going to really briefly go over this. And we have here just line and instrument, so if you have a microphone plugged in, then the line's going to light up. If you plug in an instrument with a 1/4 inch cable, the instrument's going to light up. Here we have the air setting. If I hit this, it's going to add a little more clarity to my sound. So there, I turned that on. It's supposed to emulate an older sounding Focusrite preamp, I believe. And I've been leaving it off, but I don't know, maybe you prefer the way it sounds with or without it. That's up to you. Then we have pad. This lowers our input by 10 decibels. So if, say, you're recording something really loud, you could hit this, and it's going to really cut the volume way down. So I don't know, maybe you need that if you're recording like bagpipes or really loud drums or something. If you need it, it's cool that it's there. Then briefly to talk about the output settings. Here we can control the level that's going to our monitors. Here we can control the level that is going to our headphones and also outputs 3 and 4. And here we have a loopback function. I've been hearing some other people talk about this. This isn't really something that I've been using yet, but say you had a podcast and you want to be able to like have phone calls come into your podcast and that audio go into your DAW, you can use that there. So that's really cool. And then over here, of course, we can control the levels just on our physical inputs on the front, 1 and 2. And then here we can control the level of our DAW playback, so our software. All right, real quick, just to talk about the included software that you get with this. You do get Ableton Live Lite, you get Pro Tools First, and you get free 3-month Splice sound subscription with new Splice accounts, Focusrite Red 2 and 3 plugin suite. You get a choice of 1 of 4 XLN audio addictive keys, virtual instruments, Softube time and tone bundle, and also access to Focusrite plugin collective. That is it for the software. And we're going to go ahead and do some sound tests, and I'm going to let you guys hear an instrumental track that I created. And I got inspiration for this track from a Paul Davids YouTube video called Turn Those Same Old Chords Into Something Beautiful. And Paul Davids has a really cool guitar channel, so if you're a guitarist always looking for inspiration and motivation, I highly recommend you check out his channel. So that was what inspired me to make this track. And everything that I recorded was using the Scarlett 4i4 audio interface, and then I also used Pro Tools First, which is one of the free softwares that you get included. So everything was recorded using that. And keep in mind, I'm not an audio engineer or a professional music producer or anything like that. I'm just kind of very much like a beginner, kind of amateur in this kind of stuff, but I do really enjoy it a lot. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this track. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to that track, and hopefully that gives you just like a rough idea of what you can do with this thing. And you know, that really barely even scratches the surface, obviously. They're pretty much the limit of how you can use something like this is just your own creativity, but there's so much you can do with it, like recording music. You could use it for creating podcasts, just a lot of different things. And I highly recommend this audio interface. It's really, really good. I think if you want to get a Focusrite Scarlett audio interface, this is a really good one to get, and it sounds much better than even the second generation did, and it has a lot more features. And you can do a lot with this thing for only $230. Don't forget, it's listed down in the description if you guys do want to check it out. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. You can subscribe as well if you're not already. And if you don't want to miss any videos, be sure to hit the notification bell. I do post a lot of guitar and piano tutorials, and then also gear reviews just like this one. So hope you guys are enjoying these videos. All right, well, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.